Aries, welcome to Infinite Light, or welcome back to Infinite Light. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for doing so. I am doing a postcard reading for those new to this channel and new to the Aries weekly readings. On Mondays, I pull postcards to get the energy of what Aries might be experiencing or might experience during the week. This reading is going to be for the 27th of October through the 2nd of November. So essentially, the last full week of November. I'm a storyteller, a conduit, a vessel from Spirit, and I'm going to be giving you some information from Spirit, but that doesn't mean the entire reading is going to be for you. There might be tidbits along the way that are for you, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Because this is a weekly reading, I pull your general energy, then I pull a career energy, personal growth, and end with love. So sit tight and be ready to receive. Open heart, open mind, but definitely using your own discernment. All right, guys. So I've got my postcards. I've already prayed, but I'm not going to keep going unless I say thank you to Spirit for being here and ask for additional protection. Spirit, thank you so much for your time, your presence, your love, your guidance, your messages, and your protection. Allow me to deliver a clear and concise message to those watching. Should anything negative come up, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in my household, and I don't want it on the viewer. So for the last week of October, by the way, guys, if you're new here, y'all can see all of the imagery in the postcards. I can't. I've got them all facing you. So if there's a postcard that pops up and you're like, whoa, I've seen that before, I've been there before, then that could be some sort of clue that this is your reading, or if it just really spoke to you in some way, shape, or form. Feel free to pause the video. I don't see them. I see the white part of the postcard. But I've been collecting these postcards for 28 years. And so I've really gotten to know these energies, and they really do know me as well. But Spirit, I want to know about the Aries collective the last week of October. What's the dominant energy, please, Spirit? The dominant energy for Aries here. Here we go. What is this? Oh, look at this. A rake. But you see it coming. You guys remember, like, slapstick comedy, physical comedy used to be like a really huge thing. And it's so funny that I literally just stopped watching some Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy highlights before I came into the studio and started recording. So it's very slapsticky, very physical comedy, and that it's like, do you remember like people stepping on rakes in the cartoons? And then the rake would come up and pow, pop the person in the head. So with this being the overall energy, I am not getting anything negative in any way, shape, or form. So when I'm looking at the black and white on here, I am getting older energy, meaning like from the beginning, like as a kid, lessons that have been learned with the black and white on here. And then like, if you look at this image and you grew up with the same sort of slapstick comedy, or you just got, street knowledge, you know what's going to happen if this person puts pressure on this rake. The rake's going to come up and pop the person in the head. But this is more of a story of that. This is definitely a story of your intuition and your discernment. Like, you know what's going to happen next, and you know how to avoid it. This person hasn't pushed all the way down on the rake, but that person is standing on the rake. So there is still room to avoid an obstacle. There's still room to avoid heartache and pain. There's still room to avoid embarrassment. And it's all based on that's my dog that's moving the curtain. That's my dog. It's not woo. It's just my dog. She keeps trying to figure out where she wants to lay down. But like, you see it coming, and you're going to be able to avoid the obstacle. Almost as if like you've got full control over this future. It's a thing. It's one singular thing, and it's big. And you've got your foot on it, and you've learned to control it. It's not easy. Whatever this is, it's not easy. This could be talking about a breakup. This could be talking about parting with a specific like family member, like leaving somebody behind, meaning like, not interacting with that person anymore. This could be leaving a job. This could be starting a whole new venture, which could lead to what other people lesser energies might deem as embarrassing if it doesn't work out. But you're just like, no, I can navigate that. It's uncomfortable, but you've got control over the situation because you're using your discernment. You're using your awareness. Let me see what it says on the back of the card. This card comes from New York, New York, 66 West 12th Street. So the number 66, the number 12 could be significant here for you. Hold on just a second. Yeah, again, with the hangman. So this Neptune energy here. You're really using like past life experiences. You're even using experiences from earlier in your life to really gauge which way you're going to go. Look, it says the go card. I don't know if you can read it. It might be backwards, but it says go card. Which way you're going to go. Can't get to class, study online through... Look, it says can't get to class, study online through the new school. The only accredited university that lets you choose from 300 credits, non-credits, graduate. I wonder where I got this card from. Because I didn't go to this school. Study online through the new school. You could be getting a lot of awareness of how to navigate life right now through your tailored algorithm on YouTube. And you could be taking certain classes or courses that are really kind of helping you with awareness, helping you with realizing some entrepreneurial sort of movement, or even, this is talking about going to school, like taking some new classes, signing up for something like that. Or just really self-realization. It's go time. This is the go card. Go.com. GoCard.com. The new school. So this is your energy right now this week. You're in total control. Even in this uncomfortable situation, you know how to avoid the embarrassment. You know how to avoid the hiccups. It's almost laughable now at this point. Remember, I was talking about slapstick comedy. It's almost laughable now at this point, like how much you're aware of your surroundings. I'm hearing like finger on the pulse. All right, we'll get some more about that. Let's actually, you know what, before we get to career, let's start with, for the Aries community, let's start with personal growth. What does personal growth look like for this last week of October, please, for the Aries community? What does personal growth look like? 3 of Wands flew out with the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, remember I was talking about, like, there's something about, like, I was getting off of this black and white, like, it's been a long, you've got so much experience so far. At this point, now you're making that experience work for you. Whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent. So much experience. And you are expecting now the unexpected. You're expecting that there can be hiccups. And you're expecting that there can be delays. But then at the same time, you're still expecting that you've got control on how you respond. You've got control on if you step on that rake or not. Again, finger on the pulse. Yeah, so this is acceptance of what has been, acceptance of what is happening right now, but also having a full and total open heart and mind with allowing yourself to expect more. Knowing that you have planted seeds, knowing that you have been patient thus far, I don't think you feel like you're standing still for the most part. Who I'm talking to, I do feel like you don't feel stuck. You might feel like you are being still, but again, it's this awareness, like, again, being still, like this foot hasn't stepped on the rake yet. But you still know what to expect. Like, you're not still and blind. You're still and aware. You're looking, observing. I want to pull a card on this Three of Wands. Please, Spirit, give me a card for this Three of Wands for Aries. The Five of Swords. Like, it's almost like you're identifying, okay, I'm not going to work well with you. We're not going to, that was actually Five of Wands energy that came up on this Five of Swords card, but it's still massive change, like endings of that. You're done playing with your own mind. You're done playing with your own mind, therefore you're done with other people playing with your mind. Seeing things for what they are. Good, bad, or indifferent. Let's take a look at career for Aries. What is a career? You can take this as a career reading, as a money reading, or as both. You can take this as a hobby reading for you. Kind of like extracurricular. What does that look like for Aries this last week of October, please, Spirit? On the table, what do you want? Put your demands on the table. What do you want? I'll read the card for you. Time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Ask for a raise, a promotion, or a step up. Now, for those of you guys, again, it's about, self-awareness. Like, you know what you bring to the table. Pun completely intended. You know what you bring to the table. You know that you can offer more creativity, more leadership. You know that you can handle what's coming because you are aware of potential obstacles. Like, you've got the discernment in your career to work through things. And whenever something unknown pops up or surprisingly comes, you already know that you can navigate it. You know how to navigate it. You know how to navigate the situation. You know when to run, when to walk, and when to sit down. Which is all a true mark of a good leader, or a mark of a true leader. So if you do feel called and have been called to ask for a promotion at work, or to ask for more responsibility, to ask to lead a certain project or division, then this is your sign that you've been waiting on. If you've been wondering if you should, go out and do your own thing and become an entrepreneur, start a side hustle, then this is your sign. You do whatever you feel called to do. Because everybody's got different realities, everybody's got different goals, and everybody's dealing with different sort of experiences. It's almost like I just had that. Just let it go. You gotta learn to let that go. The negative in your life, whatever it is that's keeping you from realizing what it is that you feel like you deserve in your career right now. Maybe if you make the change out of your current career just right now, it's going to make it even harder for you, or hard for you to pay the bills. So maybe it's not that Spirit is asking you to just quit your day job and go and do this other thing that you've wanted to do. Like, no, you've got, again, you know how to avoid being hit over the head with a bad decision. So you would know. I'm not telling you to quit your job if you're not going to be able to make rent next month. You would know better. But this is saying, like, okay, Well, I'm going to sit down with a pen and paper and I'm really going to evaluate if where I'm at is truly feeding me right now or not. If it's really meeting my personal goals and expectations, my values, my mission in life. And if it's not, then I'm going to start taking these steps towards realizing that in my reality. Do I need to revise my resume? Do I need to start going to networking banquets and network on Facebook and LinkedIn? Do I need to send that person an email inviting them to an event that I'm throwing? What do you need to do to realize that? You've got it within you. It says one more time on the table, time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what it is that you want. All right. You don't have to make the step all at once, but what do you want? And that's awesome because that's the theme of the Ram Vibes. If you're not joining me on Ram Vibes in the morning, it's okay. You can catch the post live, but I go live in the mornings, Monday through Friday, 5:30 in the morning Central Time, which is the same time zone as Chicago in America. And I'm literally talking about this thing right now for the Aries community. So I love the synchronicity. All right, let's take a look at love for the last week of... I'm also hearing like some of you guys, like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Like if you're wanting to partner with people, collaborate with people. One of my favorite spiritual teachers on YouTube is recently talking about collaboration with her collective. And it's not an Aries collective. It's just a generalized collective. But she's been talking about collaboration. And I've seen some doors opening for myself with collaborative efforts. So this last week, don't be afraid. Again, I said earlier, don't be afraid to invite the person to your event or to send out an email or to make the phone call. There's something about the squeaky wheel gets the oil that I'm hearing just now when I was saying that. All right, let's take a look at romantic love, spirit. Aries, last week of October, please. The Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Devil, and the Eight of Swords. You're definitely keeping this devil energy at bay, and it's within you. This could be vices, this could be addictions, but this could also be like negative self-talk. Another thing about this, it could be that some of you guys are hung up on an ex-partner or entanglement. But the cool thing is that you're moving away from that with the Six of Swords energy, and fast too. So you got the Six of Swords with the Eight of Wands. And it's not just you that's moving you away. I feel like you've been given chance after chance after chance to move away. And then now Spirit is like, get in the boat. Get in the boat. And then they're adding like extra propellers and they're warp driving you to this new reality in love, away from this detachment, this toxic attachment. Again, the toxic attachment could be an actual person or it could be in your mind. You know, almost like saying, I don't know. I don't think I'm the love type. I don't think I'm the relationship type. I don't know if anybody's ever going to love me. It could be for some of you guys believing a little bit about what your ex or ex-partners or ex-caregivers have told you in the past about yourself. Like, you're going to never find somebody like me. Well, you know what? I hope I don't ever find somebody like you. You'll never find somebody to love you the way I love you. Is that love? Because that doesn't make me feel good. Because that makes me confused. You're not pretty enough to go out there and start dating again. Are you sure? Because you're with me. So what does that say about you? Like, these are conversations that I'm hearing that you might have had in your reality. And as somebody who has survived and now thriving from a emotionally and verbally abusive like relationship, like it's hard to overcome that, and it's hard to not hear that person's voice, or it's hard to yeah, it's just hard to overcome, but you are overcoming, and it's speedily. So tell me about romantic love. Now that Aries is overcoming this energy this last week, like it's gone. Like you're done. I'm almost getting like Tower and Ten of Swords off of this. But you're like, there's no going back to this devilish energy. It's not happening. Tell me about, oh, had a card fly. Hold up. Look at this. A potential new offer, or a potential new offer. I don't know why I repeat myself like that sometimes. All right, here we go. A potential new offer, or you just relearning how to put yourself back out there with this Page of Pentacles. The Page of Cups. Okay, new love. The Hangman. The Magician. And then at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I like this, Aries. This right here is telling me, I don't know if this person is younger than you. This could tell me a couple of things, okay? I am getting new love off of this. Once you learn how to put yourself back out there, and I've been preaching to Aries for a while now, like get out the house, get out of the house. Stop ordering in your groceries. Go to the market, go grocery shopping. Stop ordering in fast food. Like don't go to the drive-thru, go pick up some food, like go, sit down and learn to love your own company enough that you can sit down and have a cup of coffee in a coffee shop. Like, get out and go for a walk in your neighborhood or in a new neighborhood. Take the train or the bus to a new neighborhood and go, learn that it's okay to put yourself, you're learning, but learn different ways and be creative about different ways that you can put yourself out there and organically meet this person. I don't see anything here about the internet, about like online dating or anything like that. I definitely do not see that. I do see there's because there's two young people on here, I am getting like, how did you used to do it? Like, how did you used to meet people? And it's not, and for some reason I got this download last night, so I want to talk about this. So you want to meet somebody healthier. You want to meet somebody that matches your vibration. So it's not really like, how did you used to get guys? Like, did you used to go to the club? Did you used to go to the bar? It's not really saying that. It's just more like you used to get out. And that's how you met people back in the day, like before social media and MySpace and Black Planet and all that other stuff that came, in the very early 2000s when social media started becoming a thing, like chat rooms. Like before that, you used to get out. But you don't, when you're doing that, when you're relearning how to get out and meet people, you don't want to go do the same old things that you used to do, and then you would meet the losers. So I'm not saying necessarily go to like the bar, and now if you do, maybe you go to the lounge and you like go a little upscale. You don't really, I wouldn't say like go to the club. What I'm saying is you want to go to a place where you're going to meet a serious person. If you're not, now a lot of people in my community, they say, go to church. You're always going to meet a good man at church. But if you don't frequent a church, I'm not asking you, nor is spirit asking you to do something completely out of left field just to try to meet a man or meet a woman. Because then at that point, depending on where you're meeting them, that's going to be the type of person that, in other words, like let's say you're not religious anymore and you try to go to church because people say you're going to meet this person, or I'm saying you're going to meet this person when you're out and about. Like, don't go to church. If you don't go to church, don't meet somebody at church, because if you're spiritual or if you're not tied down to specific religion, then it's going to be kind of awkward if you meet that person at the church. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're spiritual, go out and go join the Facebook groups and see what they're having in your local community. Maybe they're having, sound healing locally, or maybe they're having like a yoga session, or maybe they're having like a tarot reading thing, or they're having some sort of art festival or something. These are the things, or even the farmer's market. Like, these are the things that you go and you do as long as it's matching, the environment is matching your current energy, that's when you're going to mingle with the people that match your current energy. Wow, it was a really long way to say that. But look at this, the Hangman and the Magician. I do feel like somebody's going to be like, you talked too much, so I had to leave. I don't know what to tell you, boo. I don't know what to tell you. Not that this person is necessarily younger, but I am getting new energy off of them. They can be younger, or just their vitality is on like a different level. There's a lot of synchronicity between you and this person. And some of the things that y'all could bond over is if y'all both have children, how this person has children, or if they've got children and you don't mind dating somebody with children, then again, this person has children, could have 2 kids. And both of those kids could be of the same sex, meaning like two boys, 2 girls is what I'm getting off of that. Let's see. Tell me about this. Tell me about this person, please, that's coming towards Aries. Potential other fire sign? I mean, this is definitely the Aries court card here. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse for this person. The 8 of Swords in the reverse to this person. Open to new perspectives. We got that twice. Okay. So the thing is that this person could have, like, their family dynamic is really largely important to them. And they could have had some sort of setbacks in their family dynamic. And it could be financial. And it's really just kind of rocked their foundation, and they meet you at a time that they're currently working through that energy. And I don't know what the setbacks could be. You know, it could be like a family business that they're having to liquidate. It could be just some sort of, what I'm getting is some sort of financial setback. Either way, if you're going through anything, this person is going to be open to listening to whatever it is that you're going through. There's empathy. This person is very empathetic towards, because I see Pisces energy here, right? This person is very empathetic towards how you feel, what you've experienced, your goals in life, and very, very highly intuitive this person is. So when they ask you, you know, how do you feel about something, what might be wrong, you know, where do you want things to go, this person is truly open to hearing you and your side, Aries. Very warm, very vibrant, and very determined person. Whatever this background stuff is, energy that they have going on with like their family and the stability of their family and so on and so forth, they're determined to get out of it. They're no longer, they've released themselves from the lull of that, or the lower energy of that. Tell me about this Magician for the Aries, please. The 8 of Wands in the reverse. So you've been working, praying for this person, hoping for this person, praying for the hoping, praying, hoping, and you just felt like it was blocked and delayed, but it's no longer. This person's energy is here. How is Aries going to respond to this Queen of Wands? Male or female, it doesn't matter. The Queen of Wands, it really doesn't matter. Yes, your ships, you're going to feel like your ships have come in, this Wheel of Fortune. I love it. It's turning in your favor. Love is turning in your favor, and you are going to feel invested in. You are going to feel heard. You're going to feel like home around this person. They're going to want to incorporate you. I'm getting like the Brady Bunch, you know, 2 families coming together. They're going to want to involve you in that intimate part of their life because it's so important to them. All right, Aries, that's your reading. If you guys want personal readings, I'm going to offer tarot readings through until the 31st of October. And then after that, I'm only going to be doing coaching services. So take a look at the link in the description to my stand store. Excuse me. I will go live on Tuesday with an all signs reading. And then I'm going to go live again on Friday with another all signs reading. Stay tuned, because come November, there's going to be a lot of changes to this Infinite Light community, but it's for everybody's greatest and highest good. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Stay safe. Bye.